Hi, I'm Jeremy Boom, and welcome to Parent Your Best. If you find yourself struggling with a daily battle in youth sports, if the ride home after practice or after a game is a war zone, then I'd like to invite you to come and play the Parent Your Best game. Now, the purpose of the Parent Your Best game is really to do the following. It's to help you be the parent that you need to be and help you have the family that you want to have and not go through this experience in youth sports feeling lost, feeling like you're trying to search for a solution, getting frustrated, feeling like you're struggling not only with your child but also with the coach. Maybe you're frustrated with the coach, you don't feel like they know what they're doing. Maybe you get angry when you see your child not giving his or her best effort out there on the field, and you know that they can achieve more, they can be more, that they have opportunities that maybe you didn't have, but you're not just sure what you want to do.
One of the first things that comes to mind is the ride home after the game. That one, if I could rewind and not pause, I guess I should want to pause and try to correct, but I'd like to erase a lot of those games. And I've gotten to the point where I've said, if we don't get off of this game and leave it and have short-term memory, you want to learn from your mistakes, but then you want to let it go. Otherwise, it consumes you and eats at you, and then the anger and the resentment builds up.
So just like your child has a coach, every parent needs a coach, and that's the foundation of the Parent Your Best game. Here's what happens. The game lasts for 28 days, or basically 4 weeks. And each week, we as a group, you'll log in, call in, and be a part of a group of 20 players where we talk about a skill and a life principle that you can work on and you can develop and you can practice, and then you can put into the environment within your family as the role of a parent. At the end of the week, you have an opportunity to dial in or call in and receive some laser-focused coaching to help you build that skill. Then throughout the rest of the week, you have access to an online scorecard, and all the other players can see your scorecard to help you hold yourself accountable and responsible, but we're not going to judge you on what your choices are. And that scorecard has a lot of fun exercises and daily repeatable activities to help you develop those skills and have a lot of fun.
Not to let myself get stressed out. And you know, a lot of that occurs in the stands because of it's not the kids. We talk about kids experiencing peer pressure, but adults experience it too, because you hear all the talk and the rumble and the why is he starting over him and why did he make that shot and all this stuff, and you have to tune it out and put blinders on.
But probably the biggest thing you find with those kids, a lot of times end up burned out because they have so much stress when they go home. Not just stress at football practice, but when they go home, when they should be able to relax and be a kid, you know, they're not getting that. They're getting asked questions, they're getting pushed, and after a certain while, a kid gets wore out, and he gets tired of that, and that's usually when you find kids, especially when they get into college, burned out and no longer play.
When you're not communicating effectively, it breaks down. Everything breaks down. And usually there is sarcasm or debating, negotiating. Sometimes there is anger. Hopefully there wouldn't be anger. And then, you know, sometimes depending on, I have two types of children. One talks and then thinks, and the other one thinks and doesn't talk. So sometimes there is no communication. The wall comes down, so there's silence. And sometimes there's body language because I have teenagers, so we're working through that. So that's a challenge.
Foundation of the Parent Your Best game is built off of sports axiology, and that's a platform that looks at how you use your values to make decisions about yourself and about your family. And there's no other program, no other book in the world that you'll find that has this information. It's a lot of fun, very engaging, very challenging. It's going to force you to answer some questions that you may not normally look at, but you're going to be better for it. Your family will definitely be better for it. Your child will definitely enjoy playing their game a whole lot more. So imagine if you actually enjoyed going and watching your child perform during a game, and there was no more stress, no more freaking out, no more biting your fingernails, no more elbowing your spouse, no more getting mad at the refs. Imagine if you're at a point where you could celebrate daily with your child, just having some good, focused, productive discussion about the practice, what they enjoyed about playing today, how they got better, not focused on around their performance. Imagine if you looked forward to the ride to a tournament, even more if you look forward to the ride home after a tournament, whether your child's team or your child won or lost. Wouldn't all that be great? Well, that's the purpose of this game, and I certainly would like to invite you to join and come and play it with me.